Young Adult Podcast.
All right, welcome to podcast 175.
175.
Feeling alive, feeling good.
Come on, let's go.
I had a perfect weekend. I mean that entirely. I not only got all my picks correct from the podcast, but my fantasy teams 2-0 on fantasy as well.
Come on,
I haven't had an undefeated fantasy weekend. I got two teams. I haven't had an undefeated weekend yet.
Yeah, I have two fantasy football teams, and I have a fantasy hockey team. This was the first week. Now, hockey obviously hasn't been going as long as football. That all three of my teams won.
All three?
All three.
My goodness. Who'd you beat in our league? Because we're in one fantasy football league together. Who'd you beat?
I beat Kayla Allman.
Oh, I crushed Kayla Lowry.
And
those Kaylas didn't stand a chance.
Didn't stand it. Well, Kayla Allman is like the number one team in our league.
Nice. Good.
And
thank you for taking her out.
I was very happy to beat Kayla.
Nice.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then I went 3-0 on my NFC North picks. Fred went 3-0.
It's true.
Yeah, and you went 2-1.
I went 2-1.
So I'm now 6-4. You're 6-4.
6-4.
And Fred is 10-0.
10-0.
I don't understand. He's good. So, all right, let's get to this week's picks. Who will win?
It's time for the picks.
All right.
Time for the picks.
This one is maybe one of my easier picks so far.
Yeah.
So we're 8.5-point favorites at home versus the Minnesota Vikings. See what I did there?
I see what you did.
All right. And they got J.J. McCarthy will be playing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is this his third game ever?
Third game starting, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Third or second or fourth. I'm not quite sure.
Somewhere in there.
Yes, I'm in there. Coming to town, the Vikings don't look very good. It could possibly be because apparently Carson Wentz's left shoulder was out of socket and injured the last 2 or 3 games. And they've kind of been like, they can't keep things like that a secret, but they were putting him on the injury report and then playing him, and they've looked terrible lately.
They have.
They looked real bad versus the last game they played over the weekend, last weekend. I can't remember who they played. I predicted them to lose.
They play Atlanta?
No. They played Thursday night.
Yeah, who played Thursday night? Played the Chargers?
Yeah.
And they played the Chargers.
Yeah, they looked really bad versus the Chargers.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I got a Lions victory.
I got a Lions win. Give me that W.
Yeah, give me that dubs. What's your dad got?
He got the same thing.
Lions W?
He said Lions W.
All right. So there we go. We got 3 Ws. That's who's going to win.
That's who's going to win.
I say they're going to win because, well, the Vikings don't look very good. J.J. McCarthy doesn't look very good. I mean, that vaunted Vikings defense has not been playing very well.
Yep, I know.
I don't know why. Could just be, I think they got good players, but they could be getting. There's this interesting mindset that comes with football.
Okay.
A confident team wins despite maybe not having all of the horses to get the job done.
Yeah.
But then there's teams that lose their confidence even though they have great players.
Yeah.
And they can't quite get the victory.
Yep.
That's kind of how I see the Vikings right now.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I hope they don't get their confidence versus the Lions, obviously. But they just seem like a team that's real rattled. They didn't look like they were playing very hard Thursday night.
Yeah.
I can't imagine they're going to look like that versus the Lions because it's a divisional game.
Right.
But yeah, they looked slow and uninterested in playing Thursday night, which I'd never seen that out of the Vikings before.
Right.
So we'll see what happens versus the Lions. But
we'll see what happens.
I don't really have any confidence that the Vikings will win.
Oh, I'm like giving that W, man.
I'm surprised it's only 8.5-point favorites.
Yeah.
I could have. I mean, I was almost curious to see 10 or more.
Yeah, 10 and a half, something like that.
Yeah, I kind of thought maybe we'd see that, but 8.5. Here we go. All right, who won? All right, culture clash. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get to that culture clash.
Man, that clashes with my biblical worldview.
I got an interesting one.
All right, I'm ready. I got one too. I think I got one you're gonna like.
Why don't you go first?
Okay, I'll go first. All right, so this happened a few weeks ago, and I more recently, in between this podcast and last, kind of picked up on it. Was talking to my wife about it. Think it's pretty interesting. 2 weeks ago, on a Sunday morning, there's a young man named Travis Hunter.
Football player.
Football player.
Okay.
Rookie NFL player. Won the Heisman Trophy last year. He's a rookie. He's in Celsius commercials. He's really active on social media. And I don't know if you've seen this, but 2 weeks ago on Sunday, he got baptized on a Sunday morning.
Yes, he got baptized on a Sunday morning. Where at?
It was in Seattle, I believe, because they were playing Seattle.
Wow.
I don't know if it was a home game or if it was in Seattle. But it looked like it was at the facility, and there was a bunch of people around.
Really? At the football facility?
That's what it looked like in the pictures that I was seeing.
That's cool.
And there was a bunch of people involved. There was a guy that was baptizing him. And I thought that was awesome. But here's the culture clash. Here's the part. You ready?
Yeah.
So then a NFL analyst talking head, Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless.
He
has a hard time with everything. He has a hard time.
And he put out this big rant on X about how Travis Hunter should have never done that on a Sunday morning before they had a game, that he's checked out of football. Mentally, he's not in a good space. He's not giving Jacksonville everything that he can, that he should have done that a different time, a different day. And then not the other analysts. Now, here's the thing I thought was interesting is a lot of the people, the viewers, began to push back on him a lot, kind of give him a lot of grief for it.
So they're pushing on Skip or pushing on Travis?
Skip. But a lot of the analysts were backing Skip and saying, no, he was right. Not everybody. But there was you can go look it up. There's a lot of back and forth controversy about this.
So what's your opinion then?
I think here's I guess the culture clash part of it. In our opinion, in my opinion, and I believe what the Bible teaches, man, that Travis Hunter's faith goes way before football.
Absolutely.
And so him publicly declaring to the world, and he put out a great little testimony thing too.
I love it.
Hey, my life has been changed.
I love it.
I'm a new man. I'm looking forward to this new season. My old self is buried. He put out this great statement with this post about him being baptized.
I love it.
And that should go way before football. And if he's going to do it on a Sunday right before the Jacksonville game, it wasn't right before, but it was Sunday morning before great. Mm-hmm. And go Travis Hunter.
You know what it did? It pushed his story out there even more.
Yeah, absolutely it did. And so there's that culture clash. And I'm saying, hey, dude, go Travis Hunter, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Terrion Arnold, our cornerback on the Lions, got baptized this recently too.
I saw that. That's awesome.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, I got a culture clash here.
All right.
And I'd like your opinion on this too.
Okay. Yeah.
This is a culture clash because it's scary for Christians.
Okay.
Have you seen this pay with your palm technology?
No.
No.
No, I haven't.
All right. So there are two locations that allow you to pay with your palm.
Okay.
All right, let me read this to you. You can pay with your palm using Amazon One, a technology that allows customers to make payments by scanning their unique palm signatures. This method is currently in use at various locations, including Whole Foods and Amazon Fresh, so only grocery stores.
Okay.
Enabling a fast and contactless payment experience without the need for cash or cards. To use Amazon One, simply register your palm print at a participating location, and then you can pay by placing your palm over the scanner. The mark of the beast.
I was going to say, it sounds a lot like a little prophecy that I read in the book of Revelation before.
It does, except it's not.
Yeah.
It sounds like it, except it's not.
Yeah.
Kind of like the COVID shot.
Yeah.
You know, take this or you can't pay, take this or you can't sell or trade, right?
Right.
Take this, you can't buy things. It's kind of how COVID rolled out there, you know. Hey, get the jab or else you can't get into the grocery stores or you can't travel.
For sure.
You know, you can't leave your house, you know, things like that. But this whole pay with your palm thing has got people freaked out. Because it feels like we kind of went one step closer to the mark of the beast.
Yeah, I can see why it was freaking people out, for sure, like Christians. I obviously don't think that pay with your palm is the mark of the beast, obviously.
No, it's not. But it feels like we're kind of stepping toward it,
yes,
right?
absolutely. I can see that progression of, okay, this has become accepted. This is how things are. Okay, now we can, you know, I can see where it could be a step in that direction, for sure.
Now, every single one of us already uses this technology every single day.
Yeah.
Our facial recognition on our phones is the same technology as the palm scan.
Yeah.
The fingerprint that we use to unlock our computers, it's the same technology as this palm scanner.
Yep.
Except the reason I think that this one freaks Christians out is because it has to do with buying.
With buying, yeah, absolutely.
Because that's really how the mark of the beast, I would say, scares us.
Yeah.
Which is, they're going to make it so that your life is going to be just miserable without it.
Yeah.
And it just kind of feels like we're the technology is there, right?
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's funny because when I read about the mark of the beast when I'm like 10, 11, and 12, it feels like a sci-fi movie. Yeah. That it's not real.
Yeah.
And now it's all too real.
Yeah.
It scares people.
Yeah.
It scares people. Makes you nervous. It's a culture clash.
Absolutely.
It clashes with my biblical worldview.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. You ready for some Bible talk?
I'm ready.
Bible talk me out.
I love me some Bible talk.
I don't know where that one came from.
I don't know. We should just put that in the archive and never pull that one out again.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever say that one again. I'll come up with a new phrase.
That's good.
All right. I got a good question for you, Pastor Aaron. I wonder if you've ever thought about this. Don't look at my notes.
I know.
Don't cheat.
I'm just letting everybody know I have zero preparation for whatever Pastor Luke's going to tell me right now.
Sometimes zero preparation makes for better content because I get your real.
You get my real honest reaction.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Now you got to answer this question, but I wonder if you've ever thought about this before.
Okay.
All right. Here you go. How much money should a church spend on its facilities?
Okay.
Ever thought about that before and maybe thought, is there a dilemma somewhere here?
Yeah, I actually have thought about it before, but only because another pastor that I got to go to a kind of a smaller pastors gathering with was kind of talking about it. He kind of got me thinking about it. It wasn't something I thought about on my own.
What did he say? What was the conversation?
Well, he was talking. You were there. It was when we got to go to Dave Martin's church.
Okay, yeah,
and he was talking about how the building that they had was just a money pit.
Yes.
And that kind of got me thinking of like, man, and here's kind of what I came up with is I don't really think that there's I don't know of like a dollar amount or a percentage that's brought in from the tithe, like, or in the offerings, because obviously every church's facility is going to be different. Mm-hmm. So I don't think there's a across the board, this is the percentage or this is the number. Like obviously for our church, we have a pretty big campus.
Yeah.
And it takes quite a bit of money to keep our building just functioning, and a little bit more to keep our building operating with excellence.
We are debt free. So we don't have any kind of mortgage payment.
Yeah, which is incredible. And so I think there's this balance of, you just have to be a good steward of your money, just like I do with my finances personally. I think churches absolutely have that obligation. What does this facility actually take to run? And there's probably things that we could be doing that would be going overboard. We don't need to spend this money on, like, our facility will function just fine without spending this or doing this X, Y, and Z.
There's always a lot of conversation too about, do we even need a building?
Right.
Because the church isn't a building.
Yeah.
It's the people.
It's the people. Yeah.
Nothing really shed more light on this than COVID.
Yeah.
When things were actually shut down.
Yep.
And you couldn't gather, or maybe you could gather, but you broke the law if you did.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
So the church couldn't get into the building to gather.
Yep.
We didn't feel like a church. Would you agree with that? Like, it didn't feel like we were a church after a number of months.
Yeah, what was weird with COVID was we got to, because we're on staff, we were at the building for a lot of the live streamed
we had to be here to do a lot of camera stuff.
Yeah, we were here, even if we weren't on stage, we were like, I'm not tech, I'm the youth pastor, but I was running a camera, like I was on a computer doing live chats, like with the live stream. I ended up being, what I did a ton during COVID was, managing or communicating on the chat, and so we were here for a lot of this, but when I wasn't, because we didn't even need our full staff for every Sunday.
The church didn't gather.
No, and so what I'm saying is when I wasn't here.
Big empty building with maybe 10 people.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
And then when I wasn't here and we were just watching church online and I was home with my friends, that's all we were doing was just live. Yeah, it felt so weird. It did not feel like, hey, we're going to come together and have church.
Yeah. Nothing convinced me more of how important a building is than COVID.
Yeah.
Before COVID, though, I didn't know what to think.
Yeah.
Do we need a building?
Yeah.
And there was debate even about that. Like, the church is not a building, it's a people. Since COVID, I've really changed a lot of my perspective and opinion on that.
Okay.
You need a gathering place.
Yeah.
And then the scriptures say, don't neglect gathering together.
Yeah, don't neglect gathering together. I do think that there is biblical merit to the discussion of the body of Christ isn't the building, right?
No. This is going to just burn up one day, right?
Right. However, I also think there's a lot of merit to the actual gathering of the church.
Yes.
Even you go read all of Acts. What did Peter, Paul, John, James, every scenario, what were they constantly doing?
Setting up churches, buildings, getting people together. Yeah.
And sometimes it was in a synagogue. Sometimes it was at a riverside. Sometimes it was at someone's house.
Yeah, but if the weather's bad, you can't meet outside in the...
Right, like... There was somewhere. Always a gathering. They were always bringing people together. It was never just, hey, you just studied the Bible on your own.
No. No.
And I think there is so much value given to a Christian for being in a local church body.
Yes.
I think that sometimes we, even in our very digital culture, I've run into people who are like, I'm not really a part of a church, but like I do a lot of my own stuff. I follow these Christian accounts on YouTube and on Instagram and like
keyboard Christian.
It's like I don't think that means that you're not going to heaven, but I feel like you are missing so much of what God has called you to do.
You are missing
because
very, very amazing aspects of your walk with the Lord when you neglect gathering.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
totally agree.
You need a building to gathering.
Yeah.
Unless you live in Key West, Florida, where the temperature is warm and moderate 365 days a year.
Yeah.
Guess what? You need a building.
You need a building.
And over the years, churches have been criticized for how much money they spend on buildings.
Yeah.
There's always a debate, could that money have been used for something else?
Yeah.
There is one such church that's come under tremendous criticism very recently.
Okay.
Apparently, I'll read this to you. This news report, you ready?
Yeah.
This is a church in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
They bought a DoubleTree hotel.
Wow.
And it was right in the city that the church was meeting in. And it's called Grace Life Church. Grace Life Church. And let's see here. They bought it because they wanted to turn it into a place where the church can gather.
Yeah.
But it's been highly criticized. I don't know. I don't quite understand exactly why, other than people thinking churches don't buy hotels.
Yeah.
That seems out of the ordinary. But at the same time, I love that outside the box thinking.
Yeah.
Like, this can be, oh man, the main floor you could turn into your sanctuary.
Yeah.
I mean, you could then use like your second floor for office space. Third floor could be like youth space. Fourth floor, just like,
Oh yeah.
you're
No, I
talking
was
about,
literally
like-
thinking, I was like, man, what a cool concept.
Yeah.
To be able to turn that into a church building.
But they've been highly criticized.
Huh.
And I don't exactly know why. Maybe they're spend a lot of money to buy a hotel. I don't know.
I don't know either, but
it's odd to me how people don't understand how important it really is for a church to have a permanent gathering place.
Yeah. What's interesting to me, and we've already a little bit laid out some of the biblical reasons why we think it's really important, right? Is that I don't think that people would criticize a lot of other institutions for spending a ton of money on a building.
Not a lot of other institutions.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody is going to criticize, the I was going to say like the lodging institution, like hotel. Nobody's going to criticize a hotel for buying a old whatever and turning it into an awesome hotel experience. Nobody criticizes NFL team for building an incredible facility, unless it's Jerry Jones who just did a bad job. Sorry. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not criticizing sports industries. Nobody criticizes Amazon for building a huge new building. And it's interesting that when the church, who is trying to create a space of worship, a place of impacting the community, a place of advancing the kingdom of God, a place of discipling people, seeing people's souls changed, and when they're like, hey, let's buy a building, let's do something awesome, that is the thing that gets criticized.
Churches need a permanent location. One of the just what convinced me of this was COVID.
Yeah.
Because churches that were renting spaces
Yeah.
weren't allowed in there.
Yep.
And there was nothing they could do.
Yep.
And if they were going to gather, what were they going to do? But the churches that had a permanent location,
Yep.
they were able to, nobody could tell them that they couldn't get into their building.
Yeah.
And they could get church going. They could open their doors quicker. They could do the things necessary to become a great gathering place again.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of these churches that were like renting places have completely rethought that idea.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? We need to build something, we need to buy something, we need a permanent location. I was also thinking too, we're running out of time here on the podcast, but my last thought was this is when Solomon in the Old Testament built God the temple, there's a whole book or two in the Bible about the specifications of that building.
Yeah.
The height, the width, the materials used.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
It is crazy. And it appears to me that they spared no expense.
Yeah.
No. And did it offend God?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
And here's something that's really interesting about that. Solomon dedicates the temple to the Lord, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And in that, I think it's maybe 2 Samuel 18 or something like that. In that dedication of the temple to God, he acknowledges, God, you've made the heavens and the earth. You're not going to just live in this temple that I've built you.
Yes.
But let this place be a place where when the children of Israel come, when they seek your face here, that you would meet with them, that you would turn your face, you would hear the prayer. And I think that that's an important, God's not confined to this church building. This is not the only place that I worship God. But there's also a significance to gathering together, to worshiping God in a place together. And then, like you said, Solomon spared no expense, brought in the finest of everything.
Hired the finest craftsmen too.
Hired people from was it Lebanon because they were skilled at cutting trees. Spared no expense of getting them in and bringing in the material and getting all these craftsmen, because it wasn't just a building, it was something that was dedicated to God. And I think that's a great point that, yes, of course, we do understand theologically, God does not just dwell inside of a church building. He dwells in our spirit everywhere that I'm going. God is meeting us there. We understand that, and I don't think that's what we're saying. I hope you guys don't think that's what we're saying. But we are saying there's a real importance to a gathering place, to the building, to putting effort and finance and upkeep.
Excellence.
Excellence, that's the word.
Yes.
Putting excellence into your building, because it is the place where we get to come and gather, which is something the Bible says, I believe it's in Hebrews, do not forsake the gathering of yourselves together. This is the place where we get to do that. And then where 2 or 3 are gathered in his name, there God is in their midst. And so this is the place where we get to come and do that. This is the place where the Spirit of God gets to meet with us. And that's why a building is so important.
Absolutely. Well, it's been great to be with you today, audience.
It's been good.
How would you describe this one?
Ooh, this was this is a good one. I'm just thinking about this because this is what I'm having for dinner tonight. But
you're gonna make me hungry here. What you got?
I'm gonna make you hungry.
All right.
It's like a big, hearty bowl of some broccoli cheddar soup with that combined with that homemade bread to kind of dip it in. I mean, we had some really healthy, hearty conversation. It got a little deep there.
Yeah.
But it was good.
Oh man. You're making me hungry right now. I'm serious. Oh, it's been great to be with you today, audience.
It's been a good one.
All right, catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Youth and Young Adult Podcast. Youth and Young Adult Podcast. Youth and Young Adult Podcast.